Hello everyone and welcome to highlights of the final round of the Formula 2 Championship part of the Vortex Racing Leagues. I'm here once again in my Red Bull round the Interlagos circuit in Brazil. Currently watching the highlights of qualifying. Quick rundown of the championship going into this last race of the season. At the top of the table is SS Power with 254 points. He's sealed the championship already with a race to go. Second is Kev on 203. Then there's a bit of a battle for third with Pagey on 160 and Richie on 148. Darkness Descends, also known as Nitro Fusion, is in fifth on 104 points. Sixth is Con Reese, who has left the championship. He's been promoted to F1. He's on 84. Then it's me on 72. Don Silva returning to the league today after a few weeks off. He's on 54. Jealousy Porn, who's left the league, also is also on 54. And Y Racer is on 46. Also have noticed Bossman Sean towards the bottom of the table on 10 points. He's currently looking to see if he can maybe get up a couple more positions as the season comes to a close. What are the highlights of qualifying here? This is how you get going into the pit lane wrong. So that went well, that went really well. Not only did I miss the pit lane, lose my front wing, but I also had very little fuel to get back to the pits. Sorry if I got in anyone's way on that particular lap. So the grid then for this final race of the season. Richie on pole once again, with Kev in second, Nitro Fusion third, Bossman Sean with a great qualifying takes fourth, Don Silva in fifth, me alongside him on the third row in sixth, Y Racer 7th, and Pagey with his tyre saving tactic again didn't complete a lap, and he formed up the back of the 8-man grid. Should mention as well, SS Power joined us as well to make it actually a 9-person grid. He couldn't just take part in qualifying, he was a little bit busy, but fortunately was able to join us for the last race of the season, and we're away on this uphill start. Very tricky start. We've got a much better start today than we did at Monza when we were up the inside of Bossman Sean here, looking to try and take fourth place. It's getting very close here. There's a little bit of contact there between me and Bossman Sean, and Don Silva's getting involved as well, and this is all quite frenetic but pretty clean. No one taking each other out. Bossman Sean and Don Silva nearly touch there again as we dive into this turn 3 or turn 4. Don Silva's run wide, and we've taken 5th position, and we're all over the back of Bossman Sean here looking for 4th place. We've got a good run on him, but that's not really an overtaking spot, so we back out of that one. Coming into this tight, twisty section in Sector 2, and we've gone way too deep there, way too deep into the corner, and Pagey's going to nick through and take 5th. We've already lost Y Racer. Y Racer's got caught up in an accident with Don Silva. He's out of the race, and sadly that is the end of his season. Much improved throughout the season after joining early on, but here we are towards the end of lap 1, climbing up the hill, the engine straining at this high altitude, and someone's coming rapidly back towards us. It's Nitro Fusion. He's had a similar problem to what he had early on in Monza, and we're all over the back of him here, and we're going to be looking up the inside here. It's going to be a bit of a brave manoeuvre. No, we're not going to be... Oh, but no, Nitro Fusion's run a bit wide there. We might be able to get round the outside, giving him room on the inside of the corner, and we've nailed it. Nitro Fusion outbraked himself there, and we were just able to nick round the outside as we went through the second part of the Senna S. Diving into the corner. Oh, there's contact there. Contact there with Nitro Fusion. Nitro Fusion's held back though. He's not taking advantage of the situation, but he's going to have to be careful there, as there was definite contact there into turn 4. So we're into this tight, twisty section again, the right and then the left, and we've got Nitro Fusion right up behind us as we're diving into the hairpin, and oh, there's a collision there. Well, that's quite unfortunate. Nitro Fusion stopped to let me back through. He's ghosted out there I think Kev's nicked through in the chaos of it all. Nitrofusion's still ghosting out. He's going to let us back through again. But that's probably going to be a penalty, and the stewards are probably going to want to take a look at that. We've gone very deep in the last corner, almost a bit Timo Glock style in that last lap in 2008. But anyway, let's stop rabbiting about history and dramatic finishes, because we're still at the start of this race. We've got Nitrofusion right up behind us, and he's dived around the outside, but he's braked far too late and gone off track, and for now we keep that 6th place, which is now 5th. It's 5th. I think there was a McLaren off there. It might have been Kev. So on to lap 5, and Nitrofusion has caught back up with us again. He's probably got DRS at this point. He's going to look to go around the outside, and oh, turned in far too early. Nitrofusion turned in far too early there and left me with nowhere to go, as I was fully on the brakes and turning in as well. I think SS Power might have nicked through in that as well, and Nitrofusion once again has led us back through, but the stewards are going to want to have a look at that. Lap 6, I've gone deep. These tyres are really going off, and Nitrofusion nicked round the outside there and taken back 6th position. Nitrofusion made a pit stop though quite soon after. He, on the softer tyres, was struggling on grip on those tyres, and caught me up pretty quickly. I think I might have had a spin, and as you can see, he's going to try and go around the outside, and that's much cleaner. That's more like how to do it as we start lap 9. But might have a bit of chance of DRS here. Yes, we do have DRS and a full amount of curves. And which way we're going to go? We're going to go round the outside, trying to go round the outside into turn 4, but we've gone a little bit deep there. The car's understeering, it's understeered off, and Nitrofusion has held the position for now. Lap 10, what's going on here? Ah yes, Bossman Sean pits, so that gives us 6th position back as we start lap 11. Lap 15, we put ourselves for our solitary stop, bit earlier than planned. So I say solitary stop, it's going to have to be a 2-stopper now, because there's no way that we're going to do 20 laps on a set of option tyres as we switch the engine up to mix 3 to make the best of these nice, fresh, sticky, soft tyres. Tricky pit lane to come out of this. You've got walls either side, but we've done it quite well there. Lap 24. Ah yes, we've seen this a lot in this season, me being lapped. Richie diving through, great driving from him lately. Can he close this out? Can he take the last 12 laps and win this race? We were keeping up with him quite well until this happened. Oh yes, it's that age-old thing of me in VRL. We've got to lose a front wing at some point in the race. So the tyres were going off at that point, and just to be safe with 10 laps to go, we decided to switch back onto the harder prime tyre. And yes, SS Power lapped us here, and actually there was a bit of drama here just by the pit lane. We gained a position. Kev had spun out in probably a similar way to me in qualifying. Lap 28 I had another spin, thankfully kept my front wing out of the barrier this time, but that was just a case of me pushing a bit too hard at that point. Lap 31 I found myself in the middle of the 3rd place battle, and Nitrofusion was really struggling at this point. Now I was much quicker than him, even though I was a lap down through the mishaps and those 2 mistakes. This such a short circuit here, it really does cost you. We went around the outside, left room on the inside, and probably a little bit of contact there as Nitrofusion understeered, but I felt that was a fair move. I was much quicker than him at the time, but as we came through turn 3, apologies for the audio, I was full throttle here. Nitrofusion with DRS. I didn't really think though that he had the corner, and then I don't know what was going on there, but I wasn't too pleased about that. And that was pretty much it for my race. A bit of a disappointment. I think I had pace to keep up with Pagey and Nitro Fusion without the mistakes and the clashes, but still 5th place and some good points. So Richie takes the win, the final race win of the year. SS Power recovers well to 2nd place. Pagey takes a podium on his birthday in 3rd. Nitro Fusion in 4th. Me finishing 5th, last of the finishers. Kev classified as 6th. Bossman Sean 7th. Don Silver 8th. And Y Racer 9th. And finally, the at the moment unofficial championship results. SS Power wins with 272. Kev takes 2nd on 211. Pagey just nabs 3rd on 175 from Richie in 4th on 173. 5th Nitro Fusion with 116. 6th Con Reese with 84. 7th me with 82. 8th Don Silver with 58. 9th Jealousy Porn with 54. And wrapping up the top 10, Y Racer with 48. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like. And if you want to see and hear more from me, then click the subscribe button. On the screen are 2 videos you may be interested in. On the left is the most recent episode of 3 Laps 3 Topics, the series for all things F1 and motorsport in general. And on the right is another highlights reel from the Vortex Racing Leagues. I've been Andrew the Blade, and until next time, have a nice day.